Good morning, dear friends, and welcome on board. It's our pleasure to launch online discussion aimed at discovering new opportunities with Ukrainian furniture for the Gulf market and Kuwait in particular. My name is Oleksandr. I'm third secretary at the Embassy of Ukraine in Kuwait, and I will be moderating today's meeting. Our speakers will highlight today such significant subjects as furniture industry in Kuwait and investment opportunities in furniture manufacturing. As you may have noticed, we have interpretation service provided by our colleagues. إذن يا أيها المشاركون الكرام، لو أردتم أن تستمعوا إلى اللغة العربية فتفضلوا باختيار اللغة المفضلة في شريط الأدوات في الأسفل. ستجدون هناك رمز العالم globe، فاضغطوا عليه لاختيار اللغة العربية. And now, let me introduce our distinguished speakers in the order they will deliver their speeches during our meeting. Dr. Oleksandr Balanutsa, Ambassador of Ukraine to Kuwait. Dr. Rashida Ladwani, Ambassador of Kuwait to Ukraine. Mr. Mohammed Farajala, Founder and Editor-in-Chief of the information portal Ukrainian Arabic. Mr. Volodymyr Patis, President of Ukrainian Association of Furniture Manufacturers. Ms. Oksana Donska, CEO of Furniture of Ukraine Business Expo. Mr. Oleksandr Yushchenko, owner of Furniture Factory Mirt, exporter to the Middle East. And Mr. Leonid Piroshkov, acting CEO of Kyiv Region Development Agency. Dear friends, we will have a question and answer session after the presentations. Don't hesitate to write your questions in the comment chat during our conference whenever you feel comfortable to do so. At the end, we will collect all the questions and address it to our speakers. And now, let's discover together new opportunities of Ukrainian furniture in Kuwait. I kindly invite Ambassador Dr. Oleksandr Balanutsa to open our conference with a welcoming remark. Dr. Oleksandr, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Ms. Olga. Good morning, my friends. Good morning, my dear colleagues. حيا الله من يانا أصورات ونورات صباح الخير السلام عليكم أهلا وسهلا بكم أنا فخور جدا لحضوركم. I'm very happy to see everybody here. It's a great pleasure. It's a great honor. I'm seeing Dr. Rashid Al-Adwani as a personal touch. Dr. Rashid is always with me. We are working together to prove that both our embassies are absolutely together on the same wave, and we're trying to do as much as we can to facilitate our relations between Ukraine and Kuwait in any respect, in any regard. Today we have offered such an event in regards of furniture, Ukrainian furniture, and I have the pleasure to confirm that already the Ukrainian furniture is present in Kuwait. As of now, Ukraine takes a small part of this. It exports within $250,000-$350,000 as furniture and furniture components to Kuwait. And totally, Kuwait imports worldwide from around the world. It imports up to 350 million USD per year, which means that Ukraine's part is 0.1 in all this import. And we see a high potential for growth in this sphere for Kuwait and other Gulf states. During the recent years, Ukraine has been very strong, a very competitive furniture manufacturer at the international market. And we have something to show you. I believe my friends today will be providing very profound, effective speeches to prove what I have just said. Secondly, because of the pandemic, which limited our mutual visits and online inspections and missions, we had to go online, and we started working with the digital instruments. We have come up with such a QR code for the Embassy of Ukraine in Kuwait, where we offer to our Kuwaiti friends, Kuwaiti local partners, to fill in the application, which would allow me and our economic team to provide you with the most important information about the exporters, their contact details, and with the products which you need to have. So by filling in this form, you'll get the best information and the best manufacturers from Ukraine. We will definitely, if you send us your request, we'll work with you with a great pleasure. Minister of Foreign Affairs has also a tool which is called a Council for Investors and Exporters, which is giving us all necessary tools to cooperate. They are working with the Ukrainian manufacturers all over Ukraine, and they're providing us with the details. We are offering our Council of Exporters the request that we received from Kuwait, and in this way we have B2B very strong ties. Moreover, at this time, you will also have a chance to participate online and also offline at the Furniture of Ukraine Business Expo, which is taking place. And since Ukraine is already offering its hospitality, you'll be able to visit and travel to Ukraine to participate in actually the Furniture Expo. This, I'm giving the floor to my friends just to give it to start the ball rolling to a very productive, very efficient, I would say, seminar. That's what we have.
Thank you very much, Dr. Oleksandr, for your comprehensive overview. And now the floor goes to Ambassador Dr. Rashid Al-Adwani. Dr. Rashid, أهلا وسهلا بكم.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Your Excellency Ambassador Dr. Oleksandr Balanutsa. Thank you, Olga. Thank you for all the participation. I am to my honor to be with you today and to discuss the cooperation between both embassy and of course both countries. This is we discuss now a very important field that will be among others fields will be improving our relation, and we taking our target for a very high step for to be the increase the number of the average multiple exchange between Kuwait and Ukraine. I want to mention we are in the embassy. Always we encourage all the Ukrainian company to have visiting Kuwait and to have the dealing with Kuwait and to increase their marketing. Kuwait among the GCC country, very important country, and there is open country, and very important the tax, very low taxes, and that will be give opportunity for all company to participate in Kuwait. I am being here in Kiev, and I saw many, especially furniture, who is in standard, very high standard, and always I encourage my friend to be doing business in Kuwait, and hope for all of our bodies succeed. And I am ready in the embassy to help, to meeting any of you guys to be discuss more issue, more details, and to answer all questions about Kuwait. What we say, my door is open, and you're welcome. And thank you for you all. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Many thanks, Dr. Rashid, for your informative notes. And now I kindly invite Mr. Muhammad Farajala, founder and editor-in-chief of Ukraine in Arabic, to share with us some ideas regarding our today's conference. Mr. Muhammad will be speaking Arabic, so if you need translation, please change the language channel. It's located in the toolbar on the bottom of your Zoom window. أستاذ محمد، أهلا وسهلا بكم.
شكرا لكم سعادة السفير أولكسندر بلانوتسا، شكرا لكم سعادة السفير بتورش عدواني، شكرا لك سيدة أولغا، شكرا لكم مستر إيفان، وشكرا لجميع المشاركين. سعيد برؤيتكم جميعا عبر منصة زوم. حقيقة بالطبع ما شهدته أوكرانيا بالفترة الأخيرة من ثورة في عملية مفهوم ميد إن يوكرين. مفهوم ميد إن يوكرين وصنع في أوكرانيا أصبحت ماركة تترجم على أرض الواقع في الكثير من الصناعات. وبما أن اليوم نتحدث عن الصناعات الأثاث، فما تملكه أوكرانيا من مواد خام في الخشب ومواد خام أخرى، إضافة إلى مجموعة كبيرة من الأخصائيين المبدعين والمصممين الأوكرانيين الذين تميزوا في ابتكار رؤية جديدة لنظام الأثاث. وفي أوكرانيا حاليا يمكن أن تصمم غرف كاملة كعلى سبيل المثال مطابخ كاملة دون يد واحدة لأي باب بس أدنى روشكي، وهذا يدل على الرؤية الثورية لنظام الأثاث المنزلي. ما أريد أن أقوله بكل إيجاز بأن أوكرانيا تمتلك الشيئين، المادة الخامة والمبدعين، وهذا يهيئها أن تكون شريكا هاما لكم في التعاون في هذا المجال لتصنيع أثاث أوكراني بتطريز أو برؤية شرقية عربية لتحظى بمكانها في الكويت وفي دول الخليج العربي، كما أن أوكرانيا شريك هام لابد من النظر إليها كشريك استراتيجي في العديد من الموضوع الاقتصادي. نحن في أوكرانيا بالعربية نرحب بكم جميعا، ونرحب بالتعاون مع جميع الشركات العربية من خارج أوكرانيا والأوكرانية في داخل أوكرانيا كي تطلعوا على المعلومات الصحيحة والدقيقة حول الحياة في أوكرانيا بشكل يومي. كذلك يمكننا دعمكم إعلاميا ومعلوماتيا في إيصال سواء أفكاركم أو في إيصال بضائعكم إلى الشرق الأوسط وغير ذلك في هذا المجال. تفضلوا بزيارة أوكرانيا بالعربية عبر موقعنا arab.com.ua بشكل يومي كي تكونوا يوما بيوم وخطوة بخطوة على اطلاع على التطورات الجارية في الحياة الأوكرانية في جميع مجالها، وشكرا جزيلا لكم.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mohammed, for your truly significant remarks. And our next speaker is Mr. Volodymyr Batis, President of Ukrainian Association of Furniture Manufacturers. Mr. Volodymyr, the floor is yours.
Just a second. Hello, everybody. It's a big honor to be a part of such an important conference. For us, Kuwait, it's a very important country, and we have a very good movement to increasing of good relationships in the Gulf region, and I hope with Kuwait we will grow more and more. I want to tell a couple of words about our industry and our association. We are Ukrainian Furniture Association. We are about 260 companies. We have a turnover of $1.7 billion approximately. We're union of main furniture producers and exporters. Okay, next slide. We have very good geographical location. We sitting. Excuse me. Problem with connection. We are sitting in the middle of Europe, so we have very good opportunities for transport hub, and it's very much closer than other suppliers to Kuwait, such as India or China. Okay, next, please. Yeah, like Ambassador of Kuwait said before, we have raw materials. We have something like 20 million square meters of lumber each year. It's very good opportunity for our economic and for our partners to have competitive prices and best products because of this. Okay, next. In our industry, it's more than 9 with more than 100,000 employees. So we're very efficient, and we're growing very fast. In first quarter, we had growing of export 50%. It's a huge increasing of export. So that's our that's our movement through to the world. Yeah, this is the slide that shows that we are growing every year approximately 30.5%, but this year we're growing much more. Okay, next slide. Yeah, we're exporting to more than 100 countries. Main for now, our export market, it's Western Europe and Europe at all. It's Germany, Poland, and the biggest markets it's in Europe, and that means that our quality of our furniture goods is very high, and we have very competitive prices and very high quality. That's what is important for our friends from Kuwait and our partners. Next slide. Yeah, the main goal of our association is to be in top 10 furniture producers, and as we see, we're improving year by year and reaching this goal. Yes. Yeah, we have all kinds of producers of furniture. It's from DIY to bespoke producers, like Mr. Oleksandr, who is with us, member of our board. Our members made a lot of great objects all over the world. It's from Dubai Mall to Radisson, Fairmont, Ministry of Defense of Saudi Arabia, and a lot. Okay, next. Yeah, as I said before, that we are suppliers for a lot of DIY stores all over the world. It's from IKEA to, and now we start, our companies in Ukraine start to supply to Gulf region, to biggest net of furniture stores, and I hope that it will grow each month. Yeah, okay. Yeah, the next opportunity for that we want to discuss with our friends from Kuwait, it's to invest in Ukraine, because we now are working on establishing furniture clusters, and we at the moment has project for 100 hectares for that kind of production areas, and I am sure that it will be very interesting for our partners from Gulf region and mainly from Kuwait. Thanks. Yeah, it's also an example of cluster, like we're working on it. It's a cluster of our member company Kronospan, who is producer of chipboard. one of the biggest producers in the world, and this is logistic hub and start of the big cluster for producing of furniture. Cluster like this can give opportunity for a furniture producer has to have low expenses for logistics and quick, no, like a very quick hub for exporting and getting raw materials. Okay, next, please. Yeah, and our very important step in promotion of Ukraine and our industry, it's Furniture of Ukraine Business Expo. It's not only exhibition, it's a big conference about how to work in Ukraine, how invest in Ukraine, how to work in clusters. It will be a lot of very important people for us from government, industry, so and from all over the world, our partners. So we're waiting and for our friends from Kuwait, and hope we will see them soon on exhibition. Next. Yeah. I hope that everything was understandable, and if you have questions, that's my contacts, and I will be happy to answer the questions and wait for you in Ukraine. Thank you very much, and shukran.
Thank you very much, Mr. Volodymyr, for your colorful presentation. Dear participants and listeners, let me remind you that you have a unique opportunity to write your question in the common Zoom chat. Do it right now if you already have something in mind. Please feel free to ask our speakers whatever you're interested to know about the subject of our today's meeting. And now the floor goes to Ms. Oleksandr, CEO of Furniture of Ukraine Business Expo. Ms. Oksana?
Yes, I'm here. Good morning. I will share my screen. So, just sorry, from the beginning. I'm Executive Director of B2B Fair and Conference Furniture of Ukraine Business Expo. Also, I am a member of the board of Ukrainian Association of Furniture Manufacturers. As Volodymyr said, this fair has been founded by association, and the main goal of the event is to give opportunity for international partners and our manufacturers to find each other, to meet each other, to get contracts and contacts. Sure. To make possible this event, we have international team which works personally with each manufacturer and each visitor. As you could see, geographical target of the fair website covers almost the whole world. At the fair, you will be able to meet around more than 300 furniture manufacturers from Ukraine. And as you could see, the scheme of the exhibition let you to see segment and assortment at one place. For example, at one pavilion, you would be able to see interiors products, unholstered furniture. If you cross to another pavilion, you will see their office furniture, kitchens, cabinets, furniture, doors, and components. And I would like to know that all products you would be able to see there that is made in Ukraine and ready to export. What about visitors? As you could see, it's a scheme of growing number of registrations from foreign buyers. For the moment, we are waiting more than 500 buyers from 58 countries. What does it mean? It means that 300 manufacturers and more than 500 visitors and our team of the fair, members of the board can provide you personal assistance. We know each of visitors, we know each of participants. How does it work? We begin from the Zoom meeting, and as you can see at this slide, after the Zoom meeting, when we have a talk, when we know get some information about your business, we provide you a number of manufacturers that could be interesting for your business. The next step, we are having a face-to-face meeting, and that goes to a visiting of Ukraine. As an example, this map is a roadshow for one of our visitors. During 6 days, one company from Dubai crossed Ukraine from the center to the west. They visited 16 factories, and they drove with our team more than 2,000 kilometers. And as a result, not just joining, traveling, they have already signed number of contracts, and the amount goes more than $1 million. We understand that face-to-face meeting gives us very short way from the first contact to a contract, but unfortunately, because of COVID, because of pandemic, we have to find some other solutions. This is a screen of our web platform online application of the fair. It is not just a list of manufacturers. It is a catalog with the personal pages of each of participants, where you can find their catalogs, price lists, and also contacts of export managers and the owners of the factories. Using this application, you can message with them, you can plan your meetings, you can have Zoom calls. Also, by this platform, each of participants can show you the factory using just this application. Online meeting works even now and until the end of the fair, but face-to-face meeting is going to be 3 days from 15 to 17 of June in Kiev, and sure, we invite you to join us. Let me remind you visitors' opportunities. During 3 days, you can see the whole Ukrainian furniture industry at one place. You can find your product in different segments and different design. You can have B2B meetings as well with Ukrainian manufacturers as with our visitors from 58 countries. You can use web platform and mobile application to search, to learn. You can ask any of our team to get personal assistant. And also, I'm honored to offer you hosted buyer program, which is possible with the protection, with the support of USAID. We provide for our guests from other countries 5-star hotels, transfer from airport to hotel and to the expo, and VIP entrance tickets to the expo. Our partners, this event would be not possible without our partners. We are supported by USAID, Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine, Export Promotion of Ukraine, Cuties. Our exhibition sponsors as Adler, Kleiberit, LTL, Hafele, and Thermopal, and there are much more partners that I could not put at this slide. You would not be able to even read their names. So my contacts Here, my team is ready to help each of you regarding visas, regarding contacts of furniture manufacturers, regarding any issues of connecting with Ukrainian business and coming to Ukraine. Hope to see you soon. Join us and let's do business together.
Thank you very much, Ms. Oksana, for your truly well-structured and thought-provoking presentation. And now I kindly invite Mr. Oleksandr Yushchenko, owner of furniture factory Mirt, and also exporter to the Middle East. Mr. Oleksandr?
Hello, everybody. I will try to be short in my presentation, and I hope I will give you mostly brief information about the possibilities of our furniture producing companies and some pictures of what we are doing. Actually, in brief, I can tell you about the furniture manufacturers in Ukraine. There are two different type of manufacturers. One type who work with retail, and mostly they produce loose furniture, chairs, tables, bedroom sets, dining sets, kitchen cabinets, and so on. Another part of furniture producers, they are bespoke producers. They produce on contract and they produce on demand. And I'm the one who produce this kind of furniture. We have a group of companies, about 15 companies who are inside this group. We are trying to unite our production facilities, our sales facilities to promote our companies abroad together. This gives us more opportunities because we can do more. We can work with big projects. We can work together much faster. What we are doing? We specialize in hospitality. This is like 4- and 5-star hotels, offices, banks, also in retail, villas, apartments, and so on. What we do? We are doing almost the full scope of fit-out work, starting from the interior design, windows, parquet, doors, all kind of joinery and building furniture. And we also can produce contract furniture, loose furniture for the hotels and big apartment buildings. Can you please show next slide? This is the list of companies that are in our group and places where we have our showrooms or where we have our representatives. Can you please give us some more slides? Next few slides, you will see some photos of some of our production. So we are real companies. We are not just selling furniture. We are really produce it in Ukraine. And you can see that our companies are big one. We have good machinery. We have good and skilled people who can do job of any complexity. Yes, please. This is also one of our productions. Yeah. And we can do any projects. For example, here you can see some of our project in hospitality. This is the Fairmont Hotel in Kiev. Valentina, can you show like 10-15 seconds, I think, each slide? Yeah. We have done here mostly loose furniture, doors, and building furniture with all the interior jobs. This is other hotels. This is a Hilton in Tashkent. This is another another piece of job that our group of companies can do is the retail. It means the retail that we are not just can produce loose furniture for the furniture shops, for the furniture producers, but we can do the interior of the retail chains, different one, anyone that can be done. There is also a very good producer. Can you stop it, please, here? We have one very, very good producer of special furniture for schools, for kindergartens, and also for the kids with different special abilities, for handicapped kids. And I think that this is one of the best producers in not only in Ukraine but in the world. They mix furniture with IT and with the health industry, and what they do is really great. And they are number one today in Ukraine in this field, and I hope that they will be number one in 2 or 3 years in the world in this field. And they have a really huge potential all around the world in all the countries. They develop very, very fast, they grow very fast, and they really do a magnificent product. This is some of our offices and some of our contacts abroad. And I would like to say that we already have a good experience of doing projects not only in Ukraine but also in different countries around the world. We have knowledge, we have expertise in these, and we already done hundreds of different projects outside of Ukraine. So we know how to do it, we know how to do it fast, and we know how to do it in the right quality and of course for the right price. And we are developing each year very, very fast. So we will be very glad to work also for the Kuwait market. Personally, I once visited Kuwait about 5 years ago. And I do understand that it's not an easy way to enter this market. But this time we are ready to start, and this time we are ready to work with this market. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oleksandr, for all these useful notes and highlights that you presented us. And now the floor goes to Mr. Leonid Piroshkov, Acting CEO of Kyiv Region Development Agency. Mr. Leonid.
Thank you very much, dear Excellencies, dear participants. It is a pleasure for me to be part of the team of speakers today, and I represent the Agency for Regional Development of Kyiv region. And we work closely with investors in Kyiv region, and Ms. Oksana Donskaya is among our close and dearest partners, and how we do definitely support her in different issues. And thank you, Oksana, for this opportunity for me to speak. In my presentation, and I would like to draw your attention to investing in Ukraine in general. I would show you a few figures. Please do not look at them as insipid figures. We were trying to put ourselves in the shoes of the investors that are interested in Ukraine, and we were trying to think and to look with their eyes what could be of interest in Ukraine, and especially in Kyiv region. Therefore, could we change for the first slide, please? When we are thinking about Ukraine, first, we should keep in our mind the availability and quality of labor. Ukraine is a large country, and with a very hospitable population, but moreover, we have 99.8 literacy rate. Also, Ukraine is strong in IT industry. Over 4,000 tech companies are here. Then we have, of course, huge cost advantages. For example, the labor cost is around 400 per month, which is really affordable compared to other countries in Europe. And also, we have a network of free trade agreements that really soothe the process of trading with foreign countries and make it easier for investors to find their way here in Ukraine and, of course, exporting from Ukraine. The next slide, please. Actually, now, speaking about Kyiv region, frankly speaking, we were really surprised to find that the Kyiv region is, we have about 4.8 million population, and it is comparable to the size of Ireland, Norway, and Slovakia, just Kyiv region in Ukraine. This is a very interesting and lucrative market with over 12 billion of annual retail sales. Also, in the Kyiv region, the skilled labor is available, and it is coupled with unmatched workforce education and development opportunities. Therefore, first, we should keep in mind the availability of labor, affordable cost of labor, large market, and of course, very good opportunities of investing in general because of, for example, Oleksandr. The next slide, please. One thing which is on and which is important to think about on a state level, and I would like to draw your attention to it, is the law on state support of investment projects with substantial investments in Ukraine. It is so-called investment nannies. It has already been adopted, but some additional procedures are taking place. But if you're a big investor, you can utilize the opportunities that precisely this piece of legislation brings. I mean, the land incentives, some tax exemptions, import duty exemptions. Therefore, if you're interested, please look closer at precisely this law and this piece of legislation. The next slide, please. Now, I would introduce what is going on in Kyiv region. We have different investors. We have big investment funds that are trying to develop a nice infrastructure in Ukraine. What could be interesting for furniture producers is that there are several technical gardens and industrial parks that are being built in Kyiv region. One of them is E40 Industrial Park. There you can find opportunities for developing maybe your business. That is the general idea and the general issues that I wanted to raise, but actually a few words about to finalize and to wrap up my presentation, a few words about our agency, please. The next slide. We deal precisely with the businesses in Kyiv region. We can give you a hand on a vast array of issues, starting from search and selection of land plots, industrial and commercial properties meeting the investors' requirement. Also, we can assist you in preparing and the documents needed to establish your business in Kyiv region. Therefore, We are here in Kiev region in Ukraine. The situation develops. The new legislation is being brought into force, and we are really open for new investors. Thank you very much, and these are our contacts. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Leonid, for your highly precise and professional speech. Let me also extend sincere gratitude to all of the distinguished speakers for their precious time, efforts, and all these valuable insights that they shared with us today. My pleasure to announce now a question and answer session. Dear participants, if you haven't written yet your question in the common Zoom chat, please do it right now. And before I address the first question to Ms. Oksana Denska, may I please ask our distinguished speakers to share their presentations in the common Zoom chat? We have around 45 participants right now, and many of them are interested to get your presentations, to download it and to look through it. So if it's okay for you, please download your presentations in the Zoom chat. And now the first question, by the way, it's also related to the contact information. Is it possible to receive the list of exhibitors of furniture exhibition? And we are also interested to receive catalogs and the list of furniture manufacturing companies in Ukraine with their contacts. Ms. Oksana, would you answer?
Yeah, I would like to answer and to add that there is the online platform that is not just as a list of furniture manufacturers, that is an online instrument with contacts of export managers and owners of manufacturers. In any case, you can ask your questions, your requirements, and our team would suggest you 5, 6, 15 companies which could be good for your business. If you want to do that job by yourself, please enter the web platform. We will share with all our guests of this conference.
Thank you, Ms. Oksana. The next question is addressed to Mr. Volodymyr Patis, Furniture Association. What are the countries which already import furniture from Ukraine?
Thank you for the question. As I said before, our main market for now it's Europe. It's West Europe. Our biggest importers, our biggest markets, it's Germany and Poland. Meantime, but we're growing very fast to the Middle East. We're growing very good to United States and to other regions, but the region of Middle East is growing very good, and which means that we will be interesting for Kuwait suppliers and for Kuwait partners. Thanks.
Thank you. The next question is also addressed to Ms. Oksana. What kind of logistics or support which can be provided by the Ukrainian Furniture Association?
Yes, thank you for the question. To solve this issue, we have invited as a participant of our association 2 logistic companies which are experienced in this business, and they can help you. For sure, we can share with you their contacts.
Thank you very much. And the next question is addressed to Mr. Leonid Bereshkov. One of our participants is interested to know about the availability for sustainable forestry wood production and their contacts directly in Ukraine or broader Europe.
Thank you for this question. Furniture industry is among our, as I've already said in my presentation, among our closest partners, and it develops actively in Kiev region. in terms of the contacts and other information on the activity, on the availability of the future development, we will be happy to answer in detail and establish direct contacts. We have a special person responsible for the for development and following the furniture industry in the company. Please, you have my contacts. Please use them, and we can discuss it in greater detail. Thank you.
Thanks. And the next question is addressed to Mr. Oleksandr Yushchenko. What are the requirements of Ukrainian furniture companies for agents to be appointed in the Gulf region?
I think that first of all, an agent must be a professional and has the connections in this field, or at least in the field of construction, if it will be connected with the bespoke furniture producers. But first of all, it must be a professional in this field. Other things we can discuss.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Oleksandr. And as for now, we have the last question from our panelists. The question is addressed to any of the panelists which would like to answer. What are the steps which Ukraine is taking in terms of sustainability and short-use furniture waste?
Thank you for the question. It's a very actual question for today. Our steps as a business union of furniture industry, we develop project of recycling system. There are a lot of instruments starting from learning, sorting, developing R&D center. As a practical steps, all furniture that goes to export has the FSC certificate that means that when you cut one tree to make your furniture, you grow 2 trees. And one more news, and we had as a goal, and we got the result of resorting. One of Ukrainian equipment manufacturing, just 1 month ago, they have finished installing heating system when you can burn any of waste without any problems for environments. The temperature of this heating system more than 1,200 degrees, and the price of this equipment is much lower than similar equipment in Europe or in USA. We would be ready to share with you video of starting of this heating system.
Thank you very much. We have a few more questions from our listeners. One of them is asking the following. I would like to know about the competitive advantage of Ukraine furniture industry.
Who would be first? We have good raw materials. We are the geographical center of Europe. Inside of Ukraine, in Ukraine, we have 6 manufacturers of chipboard and MDF. Just 1 month ago, in Ukraine, one huge factory, manufacturer of chipboard, has been started. 3 weeks ago, Belgium company has signed the contract of developing factory that is going to produce fabrics for furniture. That means that geographically, plus raw materials, plus labor costs, plus support of governments gives us very good opportunities, and we can propose to our partners good price and a good quality. People in Ukraine, they like to do at home and at work, they like to do everything very properly. We like to do the best what we can do.
Thank you,
For example, about the group of our companies, I can tell you that we have a very good quality products, and our quality is the same as the top Italian furniture producers companies, but we are about 30 to 40% cheaper than Italian companies. And this gives us very good opportunities, because with a very high level of quality, we can compete both with Italian companies, and also we can compete with Turkish companies, because we have the level of price about the same as good Turkish companies, but we are 2 times higher in quality. So this is the opportunity.
Thank you very much for your active participation. One of our participants is looking for designers to work on projects in Saudi Arabia. Does any of our distinguished speakers have contact to share?
And can he tell us what kind of design he's looking for?
Okay, so please kindly write in details your question in the common Zoom chat, and we will be able to answer it. And by the way, you have all the presentations and emails in the Zoom chat, so please save it for your convenience and for future contacts.
Actually, we already have some designers in Ukraine who has the, let's say, experience of doing this design in Saudi Arabia. Personally, we also have this kind of experience, not only for the design, but also for the realization of some project in Saudi.
Yeah, and just to add some figures, a database of interior designers in Ukraine, our partners of our association, is more than 8,000. And the level of pricing of their service, their experience is too different from the globally famous architects to the students. So we can find any person for you, just let us know some more information.
Great, thank you very much. We have 2 more questions. As the region is looking at sustainable development, does the products hold green certification following different streams?
Oleksandr, can you answer?
I don't know. I don't have an answer to this question.
As we have exported to Germany, to Italy, to Japan, even,
I can answer it. We have in Ukraine, we have all kind of certificates from the toughest. The toughest, it's a European certification. It's not the toughest in the world. So we have that kind of certification organizations and that kind of certificates. So that's not a problem. And we have the biggest suppliers for, let's say, toughest buyers like IKEA, XX Lutz, and the rest. So this is not problem in Ukraine at all. So if you will need any certificate, that's not a problem at all. Now it's one of the most important certificate. It's a FSC certificate. It's our partners of our association. So yeah, it's not a problem at all.
I will add, personally, we are exporting to about 15 countries in the world, and but our product is not a standard furniture. This is let's say joinery doors in different contract furniture, but we do not need any special certificate for this kind of products. Until now, we have never faced with this kind of question to make some special certificates for the export. Usually we do the certificate of origin and we also can do some certification of wood that we are producing furniture from, and that's it. This is more than enough to make an export. And I've never been asked for any other certification.
Thank you very much. The next question is about logistics capabilities. I know we have touched upon the subject today, but maybe Ms. Oksana, you could make a short overview about logistics capabilities to Middle East.
I think that the question would be better to Oleksandr, but just...
I can give you the brief, because I have done several projects in Saudi, in UAE, and also in Qatar. Usually, the timing is about 1 month, plus minus 1 week to deliver from Ukraine to this region. I think that the delivery time to UAE and delivery time to Kuwait is almost the same. As for the prices, they will be a little bit different depending from the season. In my experience, we paid about $5,000 for 40-feet container from Ukraine to this region in winter time, and about $6,500 US dollars per 40-feet container during summertime. In summertime, we use not just the container, it's the fridge, because we need to have the temperature about 20-22 degrees inside. And if we don't have a fridge, the temperature will be 60 in the summer, and the furniture is gonna die.
I can say about 2 words about logistics, that it's our strong side. Why? Because our rates for transportation from Odessa to Middle East to Gulf region much lower than rates from China or far East Asia. So in logistic we have it's much better conditions than you have it from Turkey, from China, from Indonesia. So it much faster. It's plus minus it's 1 month, like Oleksandr said.
And in some regions, for example, once we supply a container to Jeddah in Saudi, it's on the Red Sea, it takes like 8 or 9 days only, because it was much closer.
Thank you very much. Well, seems these are all the questions for now. It only remains for me to thank our distinguished speakers and participants for contributing to this highly interactive and really first of its kind conference. I hope this first online meeting will lay a solid foundation for the future contacts and negotiations, because Ukrainian furniture industry in recent years has become very competitive in prices and quality in the international market. That's why we hope that you can find new opportunities and reliable partners in Ukraine. As we said above, Furniture of Ukraine Business Expo is still in progress. This exhibition will continue until June 17 in online and offline format. If you are interested to partake, follow the link in the common Zoom chat for registration. And now
I have one question, please, if we still have some time. I would like to find out about the entering Kuwait right now for the Ukrainian people. What do we need to do? We can enter without visa, without, is it open or now it's closed for quarantine? I don't know.
Dr. Oleksandr, would you answer this question?
Thank you, Ms. Olga, so much. Mr. Oleksandr, answering your question before I'll be given the floor, I would say that for now, Kuwait is closed for tourists and residents. Unfortunately, no one can enter. But for the Ukrainians, there are no issues except having a valid passport, and you'll get the visa upon arrival. As soon as the civil aviation opens up the country, you'll be able to arrive just with the passport. The visa is on arrival.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now I would like to invite Ambassador Dr. Oleksandr Balanutsa to wrap up the event with the closing remarks. Dr. Oleksandr?
Now it's my turn. Now it's my turn to say something. Thank you so much, Ms. Olga. Well, a very interesting conversation. Each presentation that we've heard from Mr. Oleksandr, from Ms. Oksana, from Vladimir, from Leonid, very interesting. Now you've seen even the chat all the time. Please give us the presentation, give us the context, give us something. This is exactly the reason why we wanted to have this presentation, so that this seminar will provide the context and the visuality of what Ukrainian furniture is about. Now we've spoken about the competitiveness. Mr. Oleksandr was saying that it is difficult to enter. It is difficult to enter any market, especially Kuwaiti market, because of its competitiveness. They can deliver, they can pay good money, but they want the best quality. Where Ukraine has something to offer. Ukraine quality is okay. Ukraine quality is there. Ukrainian competitiveness plus the delivery, the personal assistant, as Ms. Oksana said, we can deliver what they want. We just need to understand exactly the need that Kuwait, especially Kuwait, needs. Therefore, we are inviting all the Kuwaiti participants and other participants from the Gulf to our expo in Ukraine, as Ms. Olga mentioned, June 15, 17. We will have personal assistance to everyone. We will have 300 manufacturers. There will be probably 500 buyers from 58 countries. There will be something for everyone. Now, I would like also to thank Mr. Ivan for doing the online translation for all our 50 participants from English into Arabic, and for Ms. Olga, who was moderating the whole hour of our questions and answers. أيضا نريد أن نشكركم للجميع لكل شيء، وسيد إيفان لمترجم هذا مؤتمرين، والسيدة أولها لتقديم هذا مؤتمرين أيضا. I would like to thank our speakers and distinguished guests for having allocated their time to be with us today, to show, to deliver, to invest, to exactly wrap up everything. Apart from the furniture, Mr. Leonid gave us an overview of the Kiev region, and he mentioned that Kiev Oblast has 4.8 million inhabitants, which is larger number than even Kuwait, because Kuwait has 4.4 inhabitants. So we have something to offer. We will continue working. The address to our participants is that if you have a question, please address the Furniture Association or Embassy of Ukraine, and we'll try to get you in touch with exactly the participant that you want to talk to. We're ready to accept all the requests. I'm sure the association is ready to see you in Kiev at any event that we have. Thank you very much for having this wonderful seminar. We're very happy that it took place, and thank you so much for such a proficient, efficient, very effective communication. Thank you so much for everyone.
Thank you too. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, and may the force always be with you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
We're just getting started.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, we have more questions. Can we please answer our participants about how to get visa to visit Ukraine? It's an important question for all of who are still here.
Well, I will take the question because it will be a very specific question that we need to address the embassy in that country. Should it be the Jordanians or the Emiratis or the Bahrainis? The Gulf, 6 countries of the Gulf, they do not need visa. Saudi, Kuwaiti, Bahraini, Omani, Qatari, Emirati, no visas at all. We're talking about Gulf.
Thank you. Okay, thank you very much.
Should you have any questions, embassy is open, and Association of Furniture Manufacturers are happy to accept any requests. We as well.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.